forget to hit that like, subscribe button, drop us a comment if there's anything we can help you with. Hello YouTube, Neil here, FaceliftInteriors, back for another video. And thanks for your likes and your comments and new subscribers. I think we are well on our way to 400 subscribers now, so that is absolutely amazing. 7 billion people on the planet. So, 400 subscribers. Only 6,999,999,600 subscribers left to go. So we're doing good, we're doing good. So yes, welcome anyone that's new to the channel. We do upholstery and we do funnies. No, but we mainly do upholstery. I think I'm funnier than I actually am. I get told that by my fiance quite a lot. Today we're gonna be doing a outside back tutorial. Goddamn compressor. I do apologise about the compressor and the noise quality. We are in the process of getting a microphone that will attach to me so I can talk to you guys a lot clearer. This chair here, we're recovering, well it's been recovered. We are going to be showing you how to put the back on. So this is cardboard strip. We normally use this for the back. We're not going to use it today because there's no straight. You use this when you're doing straight, like the outside back, the top is straight. This is curved. So we're not going to need to use the cardboard strip at all. We are going to be using this. This is called metal gripper. It's been called tank trap, pli-grip, loads of different names. This is the 2-tooth version. There's a 3-tooth version as well. I like this 2-tooth version. We are going to be putting an outside back on a chair. So you apply this to a sofa. You can apply it to anything that you're going to need to put a back on. It's essentially the final part of the upholstery process. The back always goes on last. Let's get started. So to do this job, you're going to need a compressor and an air gun, preferably attached to a hose, so it actually works. Some garden snips. You don't have to use garden snips, you can use scissors, but you will ruin them. Metal gripper. This is metal gripper. This is 2-tooth metal gripper. A heavy hammer. Little nose pincers. I use these if a staple gets caught or bends in half, doesn't go in properly. I use these to get them out. Shears and your regulator. Also some glue and some Dacron. What we have here, this is the Hessian that is going to go across there to give us some stability. So what we're going to do first is put this gripper on. So we're going to staple this all the way around the edges. So across the top, I'm going to push that all the way up to where the piping starts. And then I'm going to leave myself a gap here, because then I'm going to come down this way with a different piece. So stick a couple in to get started. I'm just going to cut this off, so I know I've got plenty there. So these are a great tool to have when doing this. Don't use your scissors, you will ruin them. These are garden shears, garden snips. Cut straight through there. And then what we're doing is we are stapling on every hole, and in some of them, if you can see your gripper's going to like move, stick a couple in, one either side of the circle. What I'm doing is I'm using my thumb to push up so it hits where the roll of the piping finishes. I'm using 14mm staples because there's already 1, 2, 3 fabrics. There's piping's 2 fabrics, there's fabric underneath, so you're going to need quite long staples. I'm using 14s. As we come towards the end, I'm going to cut that off. Straight through there. I always try to take the sharp edges off after you've cut. It doesn't cut through the fabric. So what we've done is we've stapled, so I'm going to put one on this side of the hole as well, so you can see what we've done here. Or is it focusing over here? So we've already put one staple in, let's put one next to it there. It's nice and secure. Sometimes you feel the gripper turn, so make sure you put another one in. If you feel like it's going to twist up too much, put another staple in to hold it secure. So that is the top strip done. What we're going to do is push all this, and I'm pushing it down about 50% because it doesn't need to be that open the way I do it. So now we're going to staple another row. So take it up to the edge. So putting one load down, just to hold it in place. Feeling where my wood is, following nice and close to the wood. Another tool I like to have is these little long nose pliers. They're great for if a staple bends and doesn't go in properly. You can use these to pull them out. They're very versatile. They're great for this job. So that is that lot done. I'm just going to flatten all these down now. I feel there that that was turning. I missed one there. So I can feel there that that is moving too much. I'm going to stick an extra staple in there so it's secure. Then we're going to go around to the other side, do the same. Right, so that is all the metal gripper done. What we're going to do now is secure this Hessian just by sticking a few staples in. I'm going to pull tight over here. Get all this secured down as well, so we've got a nice solid base to work on. I'm going to cut the excess at the bottom here. So the next stage is Dacron. So we're going to put a nice layer of Dacron on top of that, and then the fabric can start going on. So I'm going to glue this Dacron on. Right, so now we've got our Dacron on, we'll just glue that on. What we're going to do is we're going to cut just away from the metal gripper. You just want to allow a ½ inch. It's also going to protect the fabric from the metal gripper. So here, following the line of the sofa, I'm cutting about ½ inch away from the edge of the metal gripper, just to allow Dacron to be able to go inside of the gripper. Now we're going to be putting our outside back on. If you haven't cut it yet, measure it side to side, allow 1 inch either side, and then 2 inches top to bottom. And then we are going to put that on. So this is our outside back. We've already cut it. So what I'm just going to do is nip the middle, put a nip in the middle because I want it to follow the stripe. There's a stripe that runs through. It just makes it easier for me to line it up. What I've done is I've put a nip there in the middle of that stripe. What else you're going to need for this job is your regulator, which is your long needle with the flat bit on the end. You're going to need the sharp bit, and you're going to need your scissors as well. What I'm going to do here is line it up. Just to start, I'm going to just push the fabric down. I've allowed ½ inch of fabric to go under really. Pushed it down, and then I'm going to push that gripper up so it secures that fabric right there. This fabric isn't going to be able to stay perfectly in line. Because, why you say? Because the way that that shapes round, that is not dead flat, so that fabric is coming curved, and this has got a curve on it as well, so there's no way we're going to be able to keep this line straight, but we can keep these first few in line, which will be perfect. So now I've pushed them down. What I'm going to do is go to the bottom. So what I'm doing down here is I'm going to measure the frame, and I'm just going to make a mark of where the centre is, roughly. So I know that my pattern, my stripe that is the middle, I'm going to aim to get that right on that mark. And I'm going to staple that off at the bottom. So I can see there, I'm lifting up, seeing where my mark is, pulling the fabric nice and tight, and I'm going to stick a temporary in there. And then I'm going to do the same over here as well. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling across and down. The fabric's nice and tight, not too tight, but tight enough so I can secure. Same over this side. That's our temporary staples in. That is the back, semi-secure. So what we're going to do now, so as we've secured the bottom, you can see that I'm pulling there, and that's releasing all this tension from down here. What I'm going to do is start pushing, using the sharp end of my regulator, the fabric down into the gripper. And this is kind of where you'll see that when you push your gripper down 50%, this is why. Because that is now my gripper is grabbing onto my fabric there. Now what I'll do is I'll run my needle along, pushing down quite hard, because I know when I pop this back out there's going to be a mark where my needle has marked the fabric. So you might not see that on the camera, but I can see that here. I need to follow. I'm just going to cut just away from it about 1/4 of an inch. be safe. I don't want to go too tight. So I've cut that away. Now, I can push that fabric down. Onto my gripper. That, I can feel it, it's gripped on. So that is nice and secure. Then I'm going to come to this part around here where we're hitting the corner. And there is going to be too much fabric in there, so what I'm going to do is come around here and I can see the fabric that I need to cut out, because obviously it's going to be two fabrics joining up. You don't want too much fabric in there. We're going to do the same thing. That's what we just did. So we're pulling the slack and then using the needle to push the fabric down, and then the gripper, you feel it, will grip onto the fabric. This is going to take time to get used to. It takes time to learn. I would suggest, if you are doing your own one at home, make a border, get a bit of wood, put some metal gripper down either side, then just practice gripping, taking all the tension out. Yeah, practice using your metal gripper. What I'm doing is running my needle up, pressing down nice and hard, and then pull the fabric out. I should be able to see then where my mark is that I'm cutting away from. And I never cut on the mark. I'm going to cut about 1/4 inch away, just so it's not too tight. So if you cut too close to the mark, or you go over the mark, you're going to be in trouble because the gripper won't grip on. So let's push all that down. Using a bit of force, push the gripper down. Grabs onto your fabric. I'm going to do the rest of this now, down here. So that's how you do an outside back with metal gripper. What I'm going to do now is use my hammer, go round and hit all that metal gripper down. And that is securing the fabric. That is not going to come out now. You want to make sure there's no bagginess at this point, because if there is, it's not going to be going anywhere. All the way down with the hammer. Right, so that's the gripper all hammered down. Now I've got my back, see my temporary staples here. I can take these out. Now the gripper's down, I can get a nice tight pull on that, all the way down. What I'll do is I'll come around this side. Pull down nice and tight. What I'm going to do is just finish off the corner first, pull that down nice and tight. What we'll do is we'll cut that excess fabric off. God, these scissors need sharpening, and they are going to be today, hopefully. That is how you do an outside back. As you can see, fabric sits nicely up against the piping. See that bit of thread there? Regulator. 1, 2, and it's gone. Beautiful. So that is how you use metal gripper and upholster an outside back.